Hi everyone, welcome to the Sugar and Crumbs kitchen. Well, my name is Cara McFarland and today I'm here on Cake Flicks. So hi everybody, and I hope you're going to enjoy today's show. So I'm going to show you how to make a banana and salted caramel cake using our delicious flavoured icing sugars. So we're going to use banana split to make the sponge, and my goodness, they smell yummy. And we are going to use salted caramel for the buttercream, okay? So I just want to say hello to a few people first. Hi Karen.
Hello.
Hi Simon.
Hello.
So Simon is on camera, so he does all the angle shots for you, and Karen just carries on with a few comments and helps me out where I need helping out. This is a pre-recorded live, so I do hope you enjoy it. So I will answer any comments when the live is on Saturday, okay? So well, while you're watching it on Saturday, you can forget where I am. Also a big thank you to Paul and David for inviting me on Cake Flicks. I've done lots of them already on Cake Flicks already. I'm not a cake artist, so the only thing I can do is show you things with Nifty Nozzles and how to use our products. So hopefully you enjoy. You know, I'm a home baker, that's what I'm all about. So I'm going to make a sponge for you today. We've made 4 sponges, and but we've only stacked 3 of them together because we actually thought that was high enough. I'm going to pop this in the fridge. It's got its first crumb coat on, and we're going to come back to this later. And Karen very kindly decorated the board for us because it's yellow, and because it's banana and caramel, we've gone with a lemon and caramel theme colour. So let me just get that out of the way, and Karen is going to pop that in the fridge. Thanks very much, Karen. So what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make a sponge using our icing sugars. Now every single icing sugar works exactly the same. I'm not going to show you how to make buttercream because I've shown you all so many times before, and because of time, if I fit that in, I'm not going to be able to fit the other things in, but I am going to show you how to make a caramel sauce. Okay, I'm going to put the cake together and we'll do a little drip with the sauce as well. So let me put the caramel back there, and Karen's pre-weighed everything for me as well. So Karen, who you hear me keep referring to, she's my assistant in the kitchen. In fact, I've actually given her the kitchen now so that she can organise it for lives and I can get on doing all the other things that I need to do. So this is her kitchen now. How cool is that? So here we go. So in the bowl, we are going to put in, so I'm using a 12-ounce mix. Karen reassures me that this is 300 grams. I'm not a grams girl, I am an ounce girl. So I'm on 12 ounces, and then Karen confuses me again because she calls it a 6 egg mix. I'm like, what's the 6 egg mix, Karen? But hopefully we've managed to get it through to all of you what a 6 eggs mix is. So what I like to do is I like to whip my butter until it's light and fluffy. So I'm going to pop that in the machine. So to me, that's 12 ounces, 300 grams, what you ever want to call it, and that's going to go in the machine. So just 1 second. Are we plugged in? Maybe we're not plugged in. Oh, we're not plugged in. Just 1 minute. So can we take that one out? Great. Sorry guys, technical hitch. Right, okay then. So we're plugged in. There we go. So we're just going to beat that until it's light and fluffy. Let me tell you about the other ingredients that we need. Okay, we're going to use 12 ounces of flavoured icing sugar. Is that 12 ounces, that Karen? Yeah. 300 grams. Okay. We're going to use 6 eggs, and we're going to use the flour as well. Okay. Sometimes I do add a dash of water, depending how firm the butter is. But we're going to get it really nice, light and fluffy. All right. So we're just going to turn the mixer up. Simon can show you on the camera there. So sorry for all the noise. But you know, if you want to know how to make a sponge, this is what we need to do. We're going to use 3 cake tins. So I'm a bit of a one really. I don't know what it is. I've always used 8-inch cake tins, always. And you know, some people use 6 inches, you know, but I've always been an 8-inch girl. So there you go. Tells you a little bit more about me, doesn't it? Karen, that sounds filthy. Right. So anyhow, here we go. We're going to whip it up. We love that word, whipping it up. We've got a new product as well that I'm going to come on and do with Cake Flicks called Whipping It Up. And that is a fantastic multi-use product. It's great for making biscuits, meringues, pavlovas, Swiss meringue buttercream, and I think it's mousse, yes. So Simon must be in love with the mixer because it hasn't moved since through my whole thing there. So yes, so the multi-use product, and it's called Whipping It Up. So here we go. And next time I come on Cake Flicks, I'm going to be using this, showing you a few things with this as well. But this is, like I say, it makes royal icing, it makes Swiss meringue buttercream, it makes mousse, it makes fluff, it makes pavlovas, and basically it's got egg white in it, so it's brilliant. We also do it in 7 flavours: raspberry ripple, strawberry milkshake, black cherry, lemon drizzle, velvet vanilla, salted caramel, and this month's flavour is coconut. And coconut is flying, absolutely flying, so that was quite a good choice. Next month we're going to trial raspberry and white chocolate. I nearly didn't get it right then, raspberry. Yeah, so yes, you can make macaroons with it, you can make macarons with it. So we're going to go through and show you all those things as well. The ideal thing about it is white in colour, which means that you can colour it any colour you want, and that's exactly the same as our flavoured icing sugars as well. We keep them lovely and white, and then you can choose the colour tone that you want to go with. So our butter is beaten up lovely and fluffy now. So I've got 3 pans here. These are lined, they've got a piece of greaseproof paper on the bottom there, and we've just greased them around the sides with some spray grease, cake release, whatever you want to call it. We use 2 products, Cake Star and PME, so you can, any of those. So I'm going to drop in the flavoured icing sugar, and as I say, we're using banana flavour, so I'm just going to drop that in first. And so that we don't have the icing cloud, I like to chop it in. And then some of you do wonder, what does chopping it in mean? It just means that all I'm doing is I'm just going to gently chop it in like this. And I do this exactly the same way with my buttercream. So if I'm making buttercream, instead of using margarine, I'm using butter, okay, and then the icing sugar, and then I'm just chopping it in, and it just stops the icing sugar going all over the place. Some of you may like to use a guard or a tea towel. It's entirely up to you what you use. You know, this is the way that I do it, and it's just a habit now. So you can see it's all chopped in. I like to mix it all up, make sure it's all in from the bottom. There we go. So Simon will be keeping an eye on me. We will be stopping for 2 breaks as well. I'll give you the heads up on those. There we go, back on the machine again. While that's on there, we're going to crack some eggs. So we need 6 eggs for this mix. I'm just going to turn it on. 6 eggs. I always crack my eggs straight into a bowl, okay? And that means that I don't put any shell into the egg mix. And also, I'm a bit of a one really. You know, if I see something that I don't like in the egg, I can dig it out. I don't know why I bother, because if I eat egg from a restaurant or anywhere else, or I buy a cake from somewhere, it's in there. But it's one of those things, if I know it's there, I don't like it, it's got to go. Well, that's it. It's a true statement, that, isn't it? What you haven't seen doesn't bother you, but if I see it, I don't like it. Right, so we've got our egg mix going on there, and our butter and our margarine and our icing sugar. And I'm now going to throw in 1 egg. So while that's incorporating, I'm going to crack my next egg. And there you go. So you can see my little dodgy bit. They have to go. Sorry, guys. So that's incorporated. That's your 2nd egg. 3rd egg. Ooh, great egg. Turn it up. 3rd egg. Caught that shell before I had to dig it out. I'm getting good at this, cracking eggs. Yes, well done for reminding me. So all our recipes are on our website. We have a website called Sugar and Crumbs Mixing It Up.com or .co.uk. You'll get there. If you can't remember that, it's on the back of the packets. And if you can't remember that, just go onto Google and write Sugar and Crumbs recipes and they'll all come up. Dead easy. So we're on egg number 5, all incorporating. Now, if you see your mix start to curdle, don't panic. Don't ever panic, okay? So some people don't like it if it curdles, but if it does, do you know what? There's no problem. All we need to do is just add a little bit of flour. So I've got egg number 6 now. I'll throw that in. Put my shells in here. Get rid of them. Just gonna find myself a cloth. Oh, thanks, Karen. Right, okay then. So we can see our mix here now. Let me take it out for the overhead so you can see. I'm just going to get the spatula. Make sure we go all the way round. Okay, so if you can see that curdle there, do not panic. Okay, not done any auntie mix, do not worry. So we have 300 grams of flour, 12 ounces of flour. Okay, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to chuck in a big heap spoonful of flour. I'm just going to turn it on slow. Turn it up a little bit. That just binds it all back together again. There we go. And to be fair, you don't even have to do this really. Just some people prefer to. So I'm going to turn it off. And it's still curdly. And I'm just sort of proving a point to you. Do not panic. You know, when you read a recipe book and it goes, oh, it's curdled, it's all gone wrong. You know what, it hasn't at all. And you know, sometimes it's different for us each day depending on the weather, you know, whether it's humid or anything like that, or the butter's very soft. Margarine's very soft. I keep saying butter.
Yeah, we use margarine and bacon.
Yeah, we use margarine and bacon and buttercream. So you'll see on the overhead here, I put the flour in and all I'm doing is folding the flour, okay? Just fold the flour in. That's all you need to do. Lift it up and down, lift it up. Just fold it all in. It's so easy to do this sponge. Now, if the mix is a bit firmer, I like to add a tablespoon of cooled boiled water. You can add milk if you wish to, but this looks like it's okay, so I'm quite happy with this. And again, you know, I think I tend to add water when it's the winter, when it's a bit firmer. So there we go. So we're just folding it all in. You'll see those little flour pockets as well. Do not mix, it is fold in. We are going to put this back on the mixer, 20 seconds, okay? So as soon as I put it on, we're going to turn it on to 20 seconds. So I just want to be sure, you see that little flour pockets there, just burst. Oh, it smells so good. If you haven't used our banana milkshake, honestly, you're missing something. It is so delicious. It really is. And with the salted caramel buttercream, it's just to die for. So we're going to pop this back on the mixer. And like I say, 20 seconds on the mixer. So we're ready to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There we go. I probably started counting a little bit too soon because I was supposed to get it up to speed first. But look, you can see it. See it on the camera there? How lovely that is. And that is your perfect mixture. Now, what you can do now is put your tins onto the scales. And then you can actually weigh them, but I don't do that. I like to eyeball everything. But I know some of you have a little bit of OCD, you want to work it all out evenly. I never worry about that. Do you worry about that, Karen?
Not at all. I must admit, I've never weighed them. I just eyeball it, and if one's a little bit thinner, then
yeah, grab a spoon and move it over, don't you?
That's all I do,
yeah. So we've got our 3 tins here. These are loose bottom tins. So all I'm going to do is pour the mix in. Oh, it smells good, doesn't it? Are you jealous, Simon? What do you think, Simon? Because you weren't here when we made the others, were you? So Karen made the first batch this morning to help me out because I was on the computer and I also had a class today that I had to set up for. So Karen's been like a little busy bee this morning. She's been here, there and everywhere, having it ready. I'm so lucky to have an assistant now. I've only worked for the company for 7 years. 7 years, and I've had to work by myself all the time. And then when did you come and join me in the kitchen, Karen?
Oh, it was around about February, March, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I started doing a little bit and then...
Part-time, wasn't it?
Yeah, then I've got to... I'm here all the time.
Yeah, so we've talked my husband into it. It's quite good, really. Right, so what we're going to do is now we're just going to spread this out a little bit round the tin. I'm going to pass these to Karen. She's got them on the oven, 150 or 140 on Karen.
140, because we always say low and slow.
Yeah, I always bake low and slow, and I've taught so many people to bake low and slow. And we'll have these ready by the time we finish. They only take 20 minutes, so they'll be out cooling before we finish. So low and slow, just take it right up to the pan. Okay, I'm not going to faff around whether there's more in one pan or another. I think this one's got the less in, but because of time and everything else, there we go. And you really must give our banana split flavoured ice and sugar a go. Seriously, the kids will love it. That's if you don't love it yourself. Your husband will love it. Everybody will. So I've seen Simon's just had a sneaky bun. Simon?
Lovely, yes.
You thought I hadn't seen it, hadn't you?
Hey.
I see everything, Simon. I may not hear everything, but I see everything.
You're like the oracle, aren't you?
So there you go, Karen.
Thank you.
And we put them all in one oven. Put 2 on the top shelf, 1 on the middle shelf. Right, let's get rid of this. So then what we're going to do is we're going to mix up our buttercream. But before I do that, I said I'll show you how to do the caramel, okay? So the caramel, what we need to do is put the sugar in. I can never remember the recipe off by heart, so not the weight size. So I'm just going to tell you what we're going to put in. We're going to put in the caster sugar, okay? So I'm just going to turn the heat up onto here, onto high. Get my pan on. So this is how to make caramel, and no, don't be frightened. I remember the first time I made caramel and I had to go live. I hadn't made a batch and I had to go and do it on a live. I'm a bit notorious for doing things live because I'm just so busy anyhow. Everybody who works in our company is busy and we just don't have enough hours in the day, all of us. And it's like Simon, he only came here to work part-time. He's not managed to go home yet. How many weeks have you been here, Simon? God bless him. He said, I only want a part-time job. Still sat here. Anyhow, so I went live with it and I was so chuffed it worked. It was great. It was like that. I get very excited when it works. I love winging it, really. It's great. So let me just check here. So we're going to tip the sugar into the heavy. It must be a heavy frying pan. It mustn't be a thin one, okay? So it must be heavy. Put the heat on high and then we're going to add 4 tablespoons of water. Right. So that's it's not quite ready yet. Just turn the heat up. So we've got here, this is the ingredients. So this is 8.5 ounces of caster sugar, which is 250 grams. We've got 4 tablespoons of water, which I need to take out with my spoon. We've got double cream. So double cream, I think some of you, if you're watching this in America, I think you call it thick cream or something. Heavy cream. I think in Australia, my daughter, they call it thickened cream. You call it heavy cream. We call it double cream. And then we want 50 grams of butter as well. Yeah. So we're going to tip the sugar into there. I'm just feeling over the heat. So it's just warming up nicely. I need to get it nice. And one of the big things that you need to remember about this is do not stir. You've really got to trust it. And Karen is going to admit to this as well. The first time I gave her this job, I said to her, can you make me some caramel? And then I came in and she went, oh, it's just not working, Carol, it's not working. I said, why? And then she said, it just won't have it. It just won't have it. And I had a look at it and I said, you've stirred it. And she went, nah. And so she was like, well, are you not meant to stir it? And I went, no, you're not. I'm not meant to stir it. I think it all turned into crystallised lumps, didn't it? It was doing it.
It went like a very, very sweet tablet. It was not,
Yes, that's right. It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
It was a very sweet tablet.
So I'm just popping my hand over the heat there. Want to make sure it gets nice and hot. Don't stick your hand in the pan.
It's one of those things you see something and you want to stir it.
That's it. So I'm just you do want to stir it. And I understood it because to be fair, I had to follow the recipe when I was winging it that time, like I'm just doing now, following the recipe. And I gave it Karen, but you know, like when you're just in a rush, and she was in a rush. But sometimes it's well worth reading it because you end up being double the time. So I've got 20 minutes left. I need to get a move on. Shut up. That's what Simon's saying. Right. So I think at this stage here, we'll just stop for a break and then we'll come back and the pan will be nice and hot. So we'll stop for a break now and I'll see you in a few minutes. back in the kitchen. So what we've done now is that we have, well, while we've been waiting for that to warm, I have just coloured one batch of the buttercream in this lovely yellow colour. So I'm still waiting for that. And then I'm just going to colour one in the caramel colour. So it's like a latte colour. So because that's our salted caramel cake, so put that in, colour that. I'm using a range called Colour Splash. I use them all the time. There's nothing wrong with any of the gel colours you've got. It's just what you use all the time, isn't it? These are cheap and cheerful, dead easy to use, and they work. They look great. So I'll just do this nice caramel colour.
There's a lovely range, isn't there? It's
Yeah.
30 colours, isn't it?
And they go really dark as well. I mean, we're only going for a light colour, so there we go. Right, I can feel my pan crackling. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pop the sugar in, and we need to measure the water, don't we? So we're going to pop the sugar in. 4 tablespoons of water. Okay, we're going to, mustn't stir through this, okay? This is not something for the children to do either. So we're just going to let it dissolve by itself. And what will happen is it will start to caramelise as well. And we're going to add the butter and the cream to it shortly. So I'm just going to get that out of the way because we don't need that. So let me carry on reading this. Turn the heat up. So place swirling saucepan, don't stir, place over medium heat till the sugar is dissolved. I've got it on high there. Turn up the heat and bubble for 4 to 5 minutes until you have caramel. Do not stir, this is very important. Okay, do you get that? Important, you don't stir. Karen?
I've never stirred it since.
Right. So while that's bubbling now, I'll just carry on with this. Right, so that's bubbling up nicely. You may be able to see it there bubbling on the camera there. Yeah, I can see that nice. That's nice. So that's bubbling up nicely. So we're going to leave that there until we have caramel. So we're going to turn up the heat now. So we're going to watch it till it does this a minute. So it's, you may not be able to see this, but it is just slightly changing colour. So I can't do any more to my cake at the moment because I'm a bit mithered about this. But I will get my cake out. So we've got the colours there. We've got that. Sorry, Karen, do you want to pass me the cake? So just to go over the recipe there, that is 250 grams of caster sugar. Simon, I seem to be missing off the camera, love. Have I shrunk a little bit?
Yes, you moved.
Oh, right, because I moved. Okay, then. So 250 grams of caster sugar, 4 tablespoons of water, and 142 mils of double cream, and 50 grams of butter. Okay, keep swirling. Remember, no spoon must go in here. Yeah. So we're going to turn that on. It's on the high heat now. Don't be frightened. It's great fun. And we're just going to wait for it all to dissolve. Move in a circular motion, it says. And it is sort of going a brownish colour. So while I wait for that, I've got the cake back out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I've got my latte colour here. So I'm just going to put my latte colour around the base of the cake. So we're just going to pop it around the base of the cake there.
Well, that's a lovely colour, that.
Yeah, just... keeping an eye on my caramel, don't worry. A little shaky. Normally you wouldn't be doing this at the same time, but I've only got 45 minutes to show you. So there we go, so there's the latte colour. Now we can't use this batch of caramel because it's too hot. So there we go. So I've got that on there. So I'm now just going to put in some yellow. I went a little bit mad with the yellow. So I didn't mean it to be this bright. So we're just going to put a little bit of that on.
You're dreaming of summer again, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know what I was dreaming, but it was definitely yellow. It's meant to be. I was meant to be doing a nice soft yellow. So we're just going to put this on. Don't worry about that, I'm keeping an eye on it. Just bubbling away nicely there. So we're just splashing this on here. Doesn't have to be even. So I'm then going to use my white. Let me clean up that spatula there. Let me do that there a minute. So caramel saucepan, turn up the heat bubble and see how it does. So it's very important, you need to make it dissolve. Maybe move the pan in a circular motion. So I feel that that is. So we're going to drop the butter in. We're going to drop the cream in. I'm just going to do this as well. I'm going to drop the cream in as well. I think you can see that on the camera there. Get it all out. Okay. And there we go. I'm going to just keep going round. I think I might have done this too soon. I think I've just mucked up a batch of caramel sauce for you. I think I put it in too soon. Actually, let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. I think I put it in too soon, but you know, it might just caramelise. I think I should have waited till the sugar had gone brown. Right, anyhow, this is what happens when you're live, isn't it? You can't muck it up. Well, you can muck it up, you just got to go with it, haven't you? So, let's just see. So, I don't think we're going to have a caramel sauce here. It is changing colour though. But this isn't how it goes. I think I should have waited until my sugar had gone brown. But you know what? We are what we are. I might have to come back and do it again. Right, okay then. So, let's get back to this. So, we're just going to put this on. Probably wondering why I'm slapping this on. Ooh, there we go. I think we might have to make this again, Karen.
Right.
Do you want to get the ingredients weighed out again? So I've just showed you how not to do it. Don't worry, girls, all stay calm. We should have enough time to do another batch. So the thing with me, Karen McFarland, you know what? I don't care. This is how it is. This is what happens in your kitchen. And the last thing you want to do is burst into tears and think, oh my lordy, what's going to happen now? You don't need to. So what we're going to do is, we're going to get the little rolly out now. This is a little gadget from Evil Cake Genius. We sell it on our website. And I'm just going to, this is a little dish, I don't know whether you can see on that camera there, Simon. So if I pull that out of the way.
Your hand so I can wash it out, please?
Yep, that's it. So we're going to do this again because I have definitely mucked it up.
And then I'll wash it.
Yeah. Yep, we've definitely mucked it up, but you know what? I'll get it on again. So we've got the rollie here. We're just going to smooth round, smooth the colours around. There we go. So this is an Evil Cake Genius little rollie. We sell it on our website. You just roll it into the icing sugar and we're just going to smooth it round. Blend the colours together. So for those of you who are not very good at smoothing cakes, or you want to make it really easy, you can do it this way. I'm just going into the side there. Great, this little roller, isn't it? Look. So listen, this is what happens. So let's just do this. Are you watching, Simon? Right, so clean finger. Woo, let's do that. So this is real
Carol,
cake.
why have you done that?
I know, because I want to show them. Nice big groove.
You'll be here for longer.
Eh? Nice big groove. There you go. It's out. So this is on real cake as well. I'm just going to go around it again. So really, really easy. So, you know, let's just do it again. Just so it wasn't a fluke. So we sell this on our website. It comes with one handle. You only need one handle. It comes with 6 little rollies. So they just wash out in warm water. Don't put them in the dishwasher. So there we go. Now I'm not doing straight edges. I'm not a straight edge girl. Those who know me know I'm not. So I'm just going to carry on going round. Let's get rid of that now. Clean up. Karen, have you got another pink cloth, please?
I'll just give you one.
Oh, you've just given me one. Oh, that's what I like about Karen. This is why she got this job in the kitchen. She knows. So we're just going to clean this off. So it's a clean cloth. We only use these cloths for buttercream. Right. I'm going to just get a thing. So those of you, those professionals out there, you know what, close your eyes. This is for us home bakers, this. In fact, to be fair, I've had a few professionals buy this sneakily. Right, Karen, we're going to do the caramel again, are we?
Can you put that back on your heat, please?
Yeah. So back on the heat again. So we're going to do it again. There you go, live, do we care? No. Right, pardon? There's the sugar. So we're going to put the sugar in and
4 tablespoons of water.
yeah. So I've just got to wait for that to get hot. And then I'm going to fill my piping bags up. So here we go. So what have we got here then? So in the one end there, I'm going to put, you got one of those little small spatulas, Karen, please? Thanks, Karen. So we're just going to put this in. And we'll put some lemon in. We'll put some white in. Karen, Simon's giving me a warning. 35 minutes gone. Right, Karen, we've already had some sort of the caramel before, didn't we?
Yeah.
So that's just a mixture of that in the bag. Oh, thought that. Right, okay. This is a rose one here. And then this one. I love being on Cake Flicks. I go all under pressure. Different from your own lives, so I can do it, take as long as I want. But here it just feels like, ooh, crikey, we're on speed, get a move on. So I'm just putting random of the colours in here. My pan's warming on the heat, don't worry. I think Simon's worried whether we're going to go on fire or not. Let's see. It's warming nicely. Let's hope we don't muck it up next time. So, right, so where is it here? Here's the caramel. So this is the one we made earlier. Look, watch. So just store it into the bottle. I'm just going to use it as a drip down the side of the cake.
And the good thing about this caramel sauce, isn't it, Carol? You
Oh,
can
it's
store it in the
delicious.
fridge.
Yeah, you can store it in the fridge. They say 2 weeks, but I've stored it for weeks before. So wait a minute, it'll all slide down in a minute, don't worry. Probably could do it a bit looser than that, but my cake has been in the fridge. So could probably have done with softening this a bit more, but never mind, it is what it is. It is what it is. I've just got to stop for a minute, get this sugar on. So sugar in, 4 tablespoons of water, get this back on, 1, 2, 3, 4, this now, right, get that on, stir it on again. Stir it on again. So this was, to be fair, this has been out, so Karen had this in the microwave before, because you can't really put it on when it's straight hot from the pan. You do have to make it, so Karen had to get this out and pop it up, warm it again in the microwave, but then it's firmed up again while we've been doing this live, so it's not as flowing as I would like it to be, but you know what, it is what it is. Sorry if I've gone quiet, it's decided it's not even coming out the tube anymore now. So it's really firmed up now. Yeah, do you want to just give it a little blast for me in the microwave? There we go. So I would have liked it to have dripped a little bit more than that. So keep shaking this. So keep shaking this till it goes a nice golden colour. Have we got the butter again, Karen? And the cream measured? Where are we?
Is it there?
There's the butter. Cream.
Oh, yeah, the cream.
Cream. There we go. Do you want the little milk jug?
Yep, there you go.
Okay. This is going to be lovely and soft now, isn't it? So we'll have a nice perfect drip now for this one. So look at this.
It's too soft now.
It will. Actually, no. Ooh, the lid's not on. It's coming out the lid. Just 1 second, let me put the lid on, it's not been twisted on properly. There we go, it's coming out the lid. Don't worry, we're going to hide lots of things. There we go. So, you're not saying anything, Simon?
No. I'm concentrating on that.
You're keeping out of it, are you? So this, where I've gone wrong before, I left it till it was nice and foamy. We've got to leave it on until that changes colour. That's where I went wrong before. Okay, so we're going to you can see the lovely caramel colour come out, look.
That looks delicious.
Looks lovely, doesn't it? Well, it smells great, doesn't it?
It's a smell as well. It's
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll do some smaller ones here in between. So this is just the 1M Wilton. I'm just going in between, so still keep watching that. Okay. So you'll see that I've got this little nozzle here. Now this is just a 1, 2, 3 Wilton, a 1, 2, 3 gem nozzle. So all we're just going to do is just do a few little wiggles. A few little wiggles. And then we've got the Wilton 1.99. We'll just do a few little balls. There we go. And I'll do a couple of little balls there. There we go. That's all right, doesn't it?
That looks lovely, that.
And let's see if I can get round this edge here.
The cake's nearly done.
Pardon?
The cake's nearly
The cake's nearly done now, that's good. Forgot about them. Let me stress are waiting for this. Right. So I'm going to let that go brown. Put all this yellow in. I don't actually know what design I'm doing. Those people who follow me know that I never actually know what I'm doing. Just go with it. Put it together. The way I look at it is I'm a hobby baker. And that's, there we go. So now we need to put the butter in. It still hasn't gone brown there. So actually, no, we've still got to wait till this goes brown. That's the panic there. Gonna go brown there. This is the bit we always get scared about, isn't it? So
you think it's burning, but
yeah,
it's not.
that's it. We do. We think it's burning, and it isn't. We've got to let it burn. Actually, funny enough. So we'll just leave that on there. So, oops. So, where's my other nozzle? So let me fill up this. Still doing not worrying about nothing. So let me just scrape this out. Use all your buttercream up. Just put it all in. Whatever you've got left. We've used 500 grams of buttercream for the decorating, and we put 500 grams of buttercream for crumb coating the cake and putting it together. Oh, there it is. Really brown now. Yes, I know, Simon. 42 minutes gone. We're nearly there. We're nearly 45. Oh, but David and Paul always know that we're late.
They They know you, Carol. They go,
Yeah.
oh, it's Carol again, we'll give her an hour a day.
Yeah. There we go. There we go. I'm waiting for my caramel anyhow. Karen,
It's going brown in the middle.
yeah, it's going brown in the middle. There we go. Karen, you're going to have to soften this caramel again for me, please. Right.
Right, your cakes are out, they're lovely.
Cakes are out. Good. We'll show you those in a minute. So we're just doing a little wiggle. That's all. Oh, it's going. Yeah, it's going nicely there. That's what we want. Don't panic. Right. Okay. Let's get rid of all that lot now. That's done. That's done. That's done. Bring that over. Let's clean all this out the way. Right. You can see it going caramel now. Can you see it? That's what we had to wait for.
There you go.
Right. Okay. That's the cake. Let me just put that out of the way. So we haven't finished with this yet. Oh, is it done?
Yes.
Right, let me just keep wiggling this. If this don't work, you know what, I'm jacking it in. Right, so let's put this in. I'm going to blame this hob because we make this loads of times.
Absolutely.
So where's the cream, Karen? There it is. So I'm going to do this. If it don't work, you know what? Try it again on your own hob, not this little portable thing here that we've got. I think we've made it on this portable thing before, haven't we, Karen? Can you make it on it? So, here we go. So now what we're going to do now is, so Karen's just loosened this up for me. We're just going to drizzle it across. There we go. That's it. Much looser. Far better. And then, you know what? Less is more. Stop it. There we go. There we go. Where are we?
Your cakes are just down there.
And we what?
Your cakes are there.
Oh, yes. Bring the cakes up, Karen. So there we go. We've got a lovely banana and salted caramel drip cake. That doesn't look too bad, does it? And I have still not successfully shown you how to make caramel. We're nearly there. It won't defeat me. I think I'm going to have to turn this off. I think we'll just do a session on how to make it. Because it's so easy to make, but I don't know what I've done today. Maybe the panic of being on live, trying to do a cake as well. Maybe it's too much. We've got the colour right, but it's still not right. I've done something wrong. This is what I love about live. And a lot of people panic when they do a live and it goes wrong. And they panic and they have a breakdown. I have a breakdown. I'm having one now. Would you believe it? I'll be thinking, who's watching? You! But this is like when you're in your own kitchen, girls. And you're thinking, oh my God, what the hell's happening? I think we'll do all right with this, actually. So this is not right. This is not right at all. But you know what? It'll do for your pudding afterwards.
Absolutely.
So I'll come back and do this again for you next time. We'll do the caramel first. We'll do something small.
What you could do would be nice.
Yeah.
Is make the caramel like next time and
Yeah.
do a sticky toffee cheesecake.
Yes, we could.
And
We could.
pour
We could.
caramel all over it.
Yes. Yes, why don't we do that? Make the caramel next time. Goody good. Right, so there's that. Here's our cakes that we made earlier. So let's just put those there.
Watch it so
Super
hot.
duper. So these are our cakes that we've made earlier. Look, they're fantastic. So lovely golden brown colour. Karen's got another one here. All three of them are fabulous. And I'm just going to quickly tip them out the tin. So Karen, have you got another cooling rack just so I can tip them out? They're a bit too hot to tip out, really. What we should do is wait till they're cool. Now you can tell that they're cooked. Can you see on the overhead, Simon? You can tell that they're cooked because they're coming away from the pan. That's how you know that they're cooked. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn this over. We do have a black mat as well, don't we, Karen? So if you don't want lines on your middle, Okay, because if you just turn it over now, you'll end up with lines on it. But we do sell this product as well. I forget what it's called.
A cooling mat, a cooling wrap mat.
Yeah, so you can turn it over like that. There we go. There we go. Super, Karen. Tea towel. There we go. So tea towel. Look, you can see it's coming away from the tin already. Look at that. Let me just put that there. Oh, there we go. It's too hot for our fingers yet. There we go. Woo, look at that. So lovely sponge. Take the paper off. There you go. Keep saying there you go, there you go. And that's it. Look, great sponges made with the flavoured icing sugars. So easy. And you can use our flavoured icing sugars in anything. You can use it to make cheesecakes, ice cream, macarons. You can make it for your buttercream. You can make it for roulade. In fact, you can use our whipping it up for roulade. Biscuits, all sorts of things. You can use our whipping it up for that. Our whipping it up has just basically got egg in it. So it just eliminates the egg. That's all. But you can make this for anything. So I hope you've enjoyed the live today. I'm sorry that my caramel hasn't come out well, but believe me, it did earlier. And I don't think I've ever had a fail. You had a fail, didn't you? And I was laughing at Karen, so it's payback time. I was laughing at her because I went, Karen, it can't fail. Well, it has twice live. So I'll come back and do that for you again. So Paul and David, thank you very much. And I hope you guys have had a great night. As per usual with Karen McFarland, you never know what's going to happen on a live. And I've just sorted my pinny out here. What's going on with this pinny of mine? Eh? Looks like I haven't got dressed properly, hasn't it? Right, okay then. So we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, Karen.
Bye.
Thanks, Simon.
Bye.
And thanks, David and Paul. And thank you. Bye-bye.